Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sitting low here again. Kind of a cold, rainy night tonight, so I'm just kind of hanging out in the garage, tinkering with the sled, kind of just going through it and, inspecting it, cleaning little parts here and there, and just, like I said, I'm bored, so I'm just gonna go through and do what I can and, basically just make some little changes throughout because, it's in need of some love cosmetically. Like you can see these screens here in the front, they're all kind of rusty, kind of janky looking. This one and the bumper has been completely mashed in, so that one needs to be either taken out, bent back, and or replaced. And this one up here, this big one, is just looking kind of rough, a little rust on it and stuff. So figured why not just take those out and either paint them or replace them with something different. Just kind of change it up a little bit. And I figured why not, kind of show you guys what I was going to do and what I was going to use to, if it looks okay. But I might end up just repainting these stock pieces and putting them back in. But I plan on trying to use some of this stuff that I had laying around in my garage. And, it's more or less like for hanging mortar and setting, I think those like fake brick faces and stuff like that. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's for, but I've used it before on this pickup truck project of mine. I actually did the front grill with it, which turned out really nice actually. So it's kind of dark, but you can kind of see how it turned out. It's different. Doesn't look bad. And I also did the same thing with the back, and it also turned out pretty cool. I had this gap in between my roll pan and the tailgate, so I figured why not just kind of use it to fill it in. It definitely makes it look neat, so figured why not try to use the same stuff, because like I said, you buy it in basically 4x8 sheets or whatever, 4x6, however long this was, I don't even really remember, but, and just, just cut it with I like using these big guys, these big old tin snips here. This stuff is pretty tough to work with because once you start cutting into it, these little jagged edges get pretty sharp. So it's always good to wear gloves while you're messing with this stuff for sure. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try to dress this thing up a little bit, see how we can make it look. Okay, so as of now, I got the front one done. This little vent here that actually had nothing in it before, and I got this side done, and I'm actually working on this piece, the little vent for the intake that I believe is for actually the brake cooler. And as you can see, I got a piece of cardboard. I like to use like a piece of an old shoe box or whatever, something like that, something a little sturdier than paper. And basically, actually in this case, a Dremel box. But just basically make a template, cheap cardboard, get your cuts and lines nice and straight, and then you got a nice template to work out of. Now we can go ahead and transfer this over to this sheet and go ahead and start cutting this piece out. Alright, so we finally got all the pieces cut. I even got this front bumper one made. This one was kind of a pain because this piece actually has to fold and articulate with the hood as it opens, so that one was a little tricky, but it turned out pretty good, I think. Kind of almost looks like a Ferrari-ish kind of mesh in the front. It's a lot better than this old rusty one that was all mangled up, and the bracket that behind there, I had to bend it all back into place because it got pretty crunched up sometime along the line, but it's all good now. Got all the pieces cut and basically in. The only thing really left to do is to permanently bond these ones. Just kind of permanently attach them all. These ones are overlapped and good to go, as well as this one. This one I just kind of strategically zip tied it to the bracket that the old one was attached to, and it's in there solid. it ain't going nowhere, so ain't gotta worry about that. But yeah, last step, just got to go ahead and I think what I'm gonna do now, last but not least, is go around and make some final trims, get these to fit a little closer, wrap a little tighter, and then just got to use some kind of epoxy resin or some kind of silicone or something to hold them in place. But for the most part, you kind of get the idea of what it's all looking like when it's all said and done. Like I said, it's definitely different. Definitely makes it stand out from every other VMAX sitting out there, so I'll be able to pick mine out of lineup. And like I said, I maybe got, at this point, I had that stuff laying around, so if you want to call it free, but basically I got about $5 into it right now, and I'm guessing with the, depending on whatever glue or adhesive I use, I probably have about, 10 to 15 bucks wrapped up into the whole project, so I think it turned out pretty nice, so far. But I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, it's late, so tomorrow first thing, probably hit the store, see what they got as far as glues and stuff, and then get cracking on this thing and get it finished. So just figured I'd show you what it looked like, kind of give you an idea how it looks all in there. I'm still undecided about making that piece, but I probably will, because I've done every other one so far, so chances are. But yeah, it's coming along. But I'll be back. Alright, now when I last spoke to you guys, I had all the pieces cut and we were basically all ready to go. Just had to get some glue and get it all put together. So basically got it all wrapped up, got all the pieces glued in, and while I had everything apart, I went ahead and spray painted the stock pieces that were all rusty. Just figured why not throw some paint on them. And I think it turned out alright. Definitely nice, and I even made some bottom pieces down there, and I did actually end up filling that small one in too. I figured why not, what the heck. But looks alright. Here's what I ended up using for the glue. This stuff called PL. Basically got it at any home improvement store, but the gluing portion of itself was a nightmare, which is why I was unable to film it for you guys, because I probably would have gotten glue all over my hands and my camera, and it was just a nightmare. So, but here's what it looks like. Kind of turned out like crap, to be honest with you, but kind of matches the color of the hood underneath. But it's strong stuff, and it's gonna hold it, so really ain't too worried about it. But yeah, it turned out not bad. Probably having like 10 bucks wrapped up into it, and the hardest part was just gluing all the stuff, because to do that I basically ended up taking the hood off of it just so I didn't have gravity fighting against me and the pieces sinking and falling out. So but all in all, for 12 bucks, 10 bucks, whatever I got into it, and it took me maybe about an hour to do total. Definitely an improvement over what it was, because like I said, this nose piece was all busted out and missing, and these are the black ones that are behind there were just completely rusted, and heck, this one that went here is just falling out anyway, so it needed it. I figured why not. Definitely different. Definitely something anybody can do. So I figure why not pass it along. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.